I stand before you today and before God Almighty profoundly humbled. In our culture, a child is born to a community and raised by a village. It takes a village, sometimes several villages. A few decades back, a boy was born to the small village of Mahalapi. He played in those dusty plains, walked barefooted to school like the rest of the children, made friends, laughed and played, learned. He was growing, nestled in the safety of community, growing tall, growing big. But could he grow up? This question, happily, is not mine to answer. I leave it to the village, to the country, and to the world. I stand before you to celebrate the very foundation of the Republic: community, love, respect, Ubuntu. I stand before you to celebrate the esteemed and paramount office of citizen of the Republic of Botswana. I am because you are. You raised this boy. You nurtured this boy. This boy grew right before you. And it gives me pride, therefore, when I look into your faces and you look back at me and you say, "That's my boy." And you say so because you raised the boy. You say so because you loved the boy. And you say so because deep down you know this boy loves you back. You now understand, if you didn't before, this boy loves you deeply. This boy cares for you. He is your boy. This is indeed a historic moment, most humbling and most sobering. It is one of those rarefied moments that can only be acknowledged in retrospect. It is a story baked into the history of this country from inception. Where this story will take us, only God knows. This story encompasses more than what one man can comprehend. It reaches far across the sand-baked sands of Karakubis to the forests of Kavimba, from the acacias of Oliphant's Drift to the shepherd's trees of Omawenen, from the plains of Mabule to the bridge of Kazungul. This is your story. Embrace it. Be a part of it. Acknowledge the role that you played and continue to play in its unfolding. Stand hand in hand and shoulder to shoulder in this hour of great blessing. It is with a deep sense of appreciation that I stand before you today the living embodiment of your deep and true resolve. Together, we usher in a new political dawn. This inauguration colorfully and poignantly demonstrates the human spirit and its desire to live in dignity, in peace, with hope, and in unity with fellow humans. This desire is a powerful force for social reconstruction. You, my fellow Botswana, are the true architects of this day, a day that will forever be etched in the annals of our history and the history of Africa and the history of the world. This is Botswana. We have yet again become an intriguing as well as an instructive case study of democracy at work, not in abstraction, but for the world to learn from. The world watches with an eagerness, ready to see how the story of this beautiful country progresses. For nearly 70 years, our democracy remained unbroken, unproven, and untested. On the 30th of October this year, together, we tested this democracy in a novel way. We tested the peace and stability of our daily lives. We tested the liberty and security of every person in this beautiful land. Invigilated by the world, we waited for the outcome of our efforts. It is with pride and perhaps even a tinge of relief that I can proudly say we have passed this test with flying colors. We toiled internally and externally. We tussled with a decision that weighed the weight of 2.7 million people. It was not an easy decision. I know, even now, a little voice lingered in the back of your minds, asking you, did I make the right choice? You will answer that for yourself in the next 5 years. That is the beauty of democracy. With confidence, I dare say to you, with the same care and diligence that you raised a young boy from Mahalape, you will create the Botswana we all desire. I dare say to you, you have given me strength and hope, and I'm prepared to return strength and hope to you 1,000-fold. I dare say that to every person, young and old, that today is possible only because of the collective effort that went into yesterday. I dare say that everything is possible for you tomorrow. So my beautiful and joyous fellow citizens, I say to you, dare to dream about a brighter tomorrow, and let's walk there together. There is so much love in this country and in this world. If I could, I would invite all persons from all over the world to celebrate with us today. Our differences and our similarities are what make this life interesting and beautiful. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. To those that did not live to see today's propitious moment, today's overcast morning, we feel your presence in our hearts. This day is yours as well. celebrate with us as we honor your contribution, having raised the many of us who remain. Your love was acta non verbal. Today, our country is claiming its space in a galaxy of stars, thanks to the statesmanship exhibited by our former President Ramokgweetsi Eric Kiabetswe Masisi. Please give him some love. Please hug him in your soul. Please embrace him in your heart. Ramasisi, Botswana has set the example of a true democracy at work for the whole world to see and emulate. For that singular act, the former president will remain inscribed prominently in our hearts. He has written his name in flaming letters into the portals of eternity. The message I impart is that this is one republic, one nation under God. Lines are drawn in the sand and blown away by the wind. We cannot allow ourselves to be drawn into squabbles about where the line was and who stood on which side. The message I impart is unity, togetherness. We are the village that the future will look back to and either praise or look back in lamentation. Let's send our roaring voices into the future to be the wind beneath our sails. Let's carry those who came before us, those we have today, and those who will come after us to greater heights than we have scaled. Today, let's continue to create a history that we will all be proud of. Ke lona badiri ba ditso, ke lona ba le rapetseng, ke lona ba le dumetseng, ke lona ba le lopileng Ramasedi gore letsatsi le le goroge re tle re nne le sebaka se le motsotso tsa gore re kopane mmogo re tshwaragane ka matsogo ka dipelo le ka mewa re direle lehatshe la rona re direle botlhe mo go lona re dire ka lerato re dire ka boinelo re dire ka tshwaragano bona lehatshe le beilwe mo magetleng a gago bona bokamoso ja dikokomane tse di tlang bo mo maruding a gago mme go mo go wena gore mo sebakeng se o tse tshwetso o ikane o ikaelele gore wa go dira ka bonatla le ka bojotlhe wa go dira le botlhe baagi le baagedi ba lehatshe la rona go emeletsa itsholelo ya lona go tsholetsa le go emeletsa seriti le serodumo sa lona go hemela le go tshegetsa ditshwanelo tsa batho ba lona go tibela molao motheo go tlhomamisa gore matshelo ke a boleng a tlisang kagiso a tlisang thokgamo a tlisang lerato bona thabo ya letsatsi le lešwa mme ke na le tumelo mo go lona ke dumela mo go lona jaaka re dumalane nna le lona ke le bolelela ke re ke thekeselle maotong a lona ka gore ke mofokodi wa lona Pula! Pula! Pula!